Hello teacher, my name is Sakim Singh. Today I want to tell you about introduction printer and scanner and the type of printer and scanner. Introduction printer and scanner. Printer are commonly used output device that produce a hard copy of documents stored in electronic form. They put information from computer on the paper. Scanner is device that scan inkjet printing and handwriting ink and convert it to the digital from all inkjet. Type of printer and scanner. There are head printer, inkjet printer, slot ink printer, thermal printer, inkjet printer, and laser printer. Inkjet printer are among the old printing technology which make use of ink board to make an imprint on the paper. Slot ink printer. Slot ink printer use in avoid the slide from the liquid from which avoid problem like supply. And this kind of printer print one line at a time, and these printers are best suitable for graphic companies that need true color and a rig larger than a color laser printer. Thermal printer. Thermal printer are of two kinds. The rig thermal printer. The rig thermal printer use a head printer of burn dust into the surface of speckle hand sensitive paper. It is similar to other fax machine. Thermal wave transfer printer. Thermal wave transfer printer use a hand sensitive keyboard instead of hand sensitive paper. Thermal printer mix waste in from the keyboard on the paper. Inkjet printer. Inkjet printer are those that place intermittently small the place in onto the paper, the grade, and inkjet. They use a reservoir of actuators in a pump and in a noisy to and complete this. Laser printer. Laser printer are the basic and most popular printer on the market today. They produce intermittently high quality inkjet, some near photo quality. Type of scanner. There are head scanner, flatbed scanner, C-flash scanner, and handheld scanner. Flatbed scanner. The most commonly used scanner is the flatbed scanner, also known as desktop scanner. It has a glass plate and with the picture on the document in place. C-flash scanner. C-flash scanner work on the principle similar to that of a fax machine. It is the document to be scanned is moved past the scanning hell and the digital form of the Egypt in obtained. Handheld scanner. Handheld scanner, although portable, can only scan inkjet up to about 4 inches width. They require a very steady hand for moving the scan hand over the document.
ជំរាបសួរអ្នកគ្រូក៏ដូចជាមិត្តរួមថ្នាក់ទាំងអស់គ្នានាងខ្ញុំឈ្មោះចំចិន្តាជាសមាជិកនៃក្រុមទី5មិញយើងបានស្គាល់អំពីរូបរាងរបស់ printer and scanner ជាបន្តខ្ញុំសូមនិយាយអំពីដំណើរការរបស់ printer និង scanner គឺជាឧបករណ៍សម្រាប់ត្រួតពិនិត្យមើលនិងអានត្រួតពិនិត្យអ្វីពិសេសមួយដំណើរការរបស់ scanner គឺចាំងទៅដោយពន្លឺនៅលើវត្ថុឬក៏ឯកសារដែលត្រូវបាន digital និងដឹកនាំពន្លឺឲ្យឆ្លុះបញ្ចាំងទៅលើវត្ថុរស័ព្ទមួយនៅក្នុងម៉ាស៊ីន scan ភាគច្រើនឧបករណ៍ដែលចាប់យក circuit គឺជា circuit រួមបញ្ចូលអេឡិចត្រូនិកដែលត្រូវបានគេស្គាល់ថាជាឧបករណ៍សម្រាប់បញ្ចូល CDS ចំពោះលក្ខណៈរបស់ scanner ជាវាពិសេសរបស់វាគឺដើរដោយប្រព័ន្ធ digital ដែលវាដំណើរការដោយ copy ពីกระดาษទៅចូលជា file ដែលដំណើរការដោយប្រព័ន្ធ digital នៅក្នុងដែលយើងអាចប្រើប្រាស់បាននៅក្នុងកុំព្យូទ័របានចំពោះដំណើរការរបស់ printer វិញវាមានលក្ខណៈសាមញ្ញនិយាយដូចខ្លីទៅគឺ printer ដំណើរការបំលែងពីរូបភាពប្រព័ន្ធ digital ទៅជាអត្ថបទដែលយើងអាចប្រើប្រាស់បានពួកគេធ្វើបែបនេះដោយប្រើកម្មវិធីបញ្ជាឬក៏ software ជំនាញដែលត្រូវបានរចនាឡើងដើម្បីបំលែងឯកសារទៅជាភាសាដែល printer យល់បានលក្ខណៈរបស់ printer គឺវាមានលក្ខណៈសាមញ្ញងាយស្រួលវា copy ពី file នៅក្នុងកុំព្យូទ័រមកអាច print ជាกระดาษបានហើយ printer គឺមានការពេញនិយមច្រើនមិនថានៅក្នុងសាលារៀនធនាគារឬក៏មន្ទីរស្ថាប័ននានាគឺសិតតែត្រូវការ printer ចាំបាច់ពីព្រោះវាផ្ដល់ភាពងាយស្រួលក្នុងជីវភាពប្រចាំថ្ងៃសូមអរគុណចាការស្ដាប់នៅការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញរបស់ខ្ញុំជាបន្តសូមបកគោដល់មិត្តរួមក្រុមរបស់ខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណ
Hello teacher, hello all my classmates. Today I'm very excited that I want to present about the topic history of scanner and printer. History of scanner. In 1870, a scanner is a device that converts a physical image to digital one. The first scanner, the telegraphy, was invented by Giovanni Calzoli, and scanner is used in commercial security in the 18th century. It was the first practical image scanner, but it was also slightly taller than a human being, and better design would come out until the early 1900th century. And next, in 1930, the Billy Graph, named after its inventor, E. Bellino. Similar device was called Bellino. The same basic design was used in a scanner from the 20th century up until the mid-19th century, with numerous small inventions and the first modern image scanner coming out in the 15th century. Next year, in 1957, the first modern scanner is the flatbed scanner and drop scanner at the U.S. National Bureau of Standards by the team led by Russell Coites. The first image over scanner on this machine was a 5 cm square photograph of Russell's skirt. Then 3 months on, old son named Weldon. The black and white image had a resolution of 1076 pixels on the side. It is also widely referred to as a Xerox machine. As computers became more important in the industry during the 15th century and 16th century, there arose a need to convert pictures into a digital format. It can consider the first digital scanner. Digital scanners are still widely used today, but are gradually being replaced as everything is moving to digital. And then, in 1995, the mid-19th century can be seen as the beginning of the end for digital scanner. They roughly the size of a modern desktop computer, and many can be compact enough to fit inside a printer to make a hybrid printer scanner. They no longer use film, and they coincide with the population of the personal computer. And then, in 2007, digital scanners are in decline. everything is moving to digital. The need for scanner is being displaced by the ability to download an app on a smartphone, but they are still digital scanner toys. After that, history of printer. In 22 October 1938, the American physics and Chester Carlson 1906 and 1968 invented a dry printing process called electrophotography, or better known as ROS, the first foundation technology for modern laser printing. And then in 1960, the LA30 printer was a automatic printer created by Digital Equipment Corporation of Maynard, Massachusetts. It printed 18 columns of a uppercase matrix character on a certain size piece of paper. Up until the 19th century, the dot matrix was the most efficient printer to use for the public. After that, in 1976, a company called IBM created their first printer called the IBM 3800. The printer was first installed in Miyagi, Wisconsin, and then later bought by large companies. The IBM was the world's first high-speed laser printer and was also the first printer to combine laser technology and electrophotography. Next year, the XP LaserJet printer was created in 1984. It was one of the first desktop printer to be sold and was priced at over $3,500. The LaserJet printer could have different fonts and was open to important. The model of his printer was also a lot smaller and compact compared to the IBM, making it much more convenient for the public use. And then in 1988, the XP LaserJet printer was one of the highest selling printers. It offered continued high quality plain paper printing because of its inkjet predecessor price at around $1,000. In 2003, both XP and Xpon created the very first wireless printer for Microsoft to be used. It became very popular. And then in 2011, a company named Z Progression and Carter Hall created a 3D printing machine. This first one of the first press egg printer to be created. 3D printing is a truly revolutionary thing. Thank you, teacher, and everyone. Thank you.
Hello, teacher. My name is Bon Hao So. My point is I'm going to talk about the disadvantage of printer and scanner. Currently, impact printers involve mechanical components for conducting printing, while in non-impact printers, no mechanical moving component is used. So I'm gonna talk about the most common printer device, and they are laser printer and inkjet printer. So what is inkjet printer? Inkjet printer is a type of computer printing that recreates a digital image by propelling droplets of ink onto paper and plastic. So now I'm gonna talk about the disadvantage of inkjet printer. Inkjet printer use inkjet ink, which is expensive if you use a lot of copy. There's a problem. For example, if you copy white and black paper, the ink is more cheaper and can be used for a long time than copy with color paper. Inkjet ink is a water-based, so printers are usually broken by water damage and fading. Ink cartridges is a component of an inkjet printer that contains the ink that is deposited onto paper during printing. Ink cartridges need frequent cleaning. Although the printer performs this maintenance automatically, it would waste a lot of ink. Inkjet printers are very slow if you compare to laser printing because current inkjet printer does use a spray gun type of ink transfer, which means the spray gun has to move over the paper to print, so the speed will always be slower. Inkjet printer for home user have low capacity. The paper tray is around 50 to 100 sheets. This might be the problem if you print a lot, you have to refill the paper oftenly. So the next point is laser printer. A laser printer is a printer that uses a focal beam or light to transfer text and image onto paper. The result is clean copy of the image written on the paper. If we compare inkjet and laser, the difference about inkjet and laser printer, inkjet use ink to print and laser printer do not use ink. Now let's move on to disadvantage of laser printer. Although laser printer work faster, they still take time to warm up. Laser printer require that much time to heat up the user assembly. Once the required temperature is reached, then toner particle properly fuse to paper fibers. Laser printer can handle a variety of paper or printing material like inkjet. If anything heat sensitive, cannot be run through them. Home laser printer can handle simple graphics, but smooth photograph as a challenge. If you want to print photo, you should go for inkjet. There are some compact laser printer on market, but in general, laser printer are bigger and heavier inside than inkjet printer. A laser printer uses toner. The toner cartridges is toner powder that are employed in laser printer. Its toner is more expensive than the cartridges. The laser printer are expensive than other printers, especially color laser printer are quite expensive. Laser printer have a lot of complex piece of equipment. They are difficult to man and require high maintenance costs. And the last point is a scanner. So a scanner can be used to convert image or text on paper into a digital format that can be used by the computer system. So I'm gonna talk about the disadvantage of scanner. If you use a lot of scanned document, it will require a lot of hard disk space. The maintenance cost of this device is a little expensive for home user. Scanner reuse the original of a picture or text. It's a problem if you want high quality picture. It is a picking and clicking process device. That means if you need to scan multiple text or printer or pictures, then it takes time to select and scan. Despite their speed, scanners have limitations. They can handle oversized documents and shouldn't be used with fragile or they make documents that might be pulled apart in the feeder. They can scan bounds, book or magazine, and their imaging sensor work at much lower resolution than you would find in a flatbed or photo scanner. It would be better. So if you need to incorporate high resolution image into your document, it's almost always best to scan those separately on a flatbed scanner and then insert them manually into your document. That's all for my part.
Hello ខ្ញុំចូលបានឆ្លើយបកស្រាយចំណុចទី7ពី different between printer and scanner មុនដំបូងខ្ញុំបកស្រាយពីមុខងាររបស់ scanner ភាពខុសគ្នារវាង scanner គឺជាឧបករណ៍បញ្ចូលព័ត៌មានដែលអាចអានព័ត៌មានបោះពុម្ពរួចដែលមានដូចជារូបភាពឬអត្ថបទរួចបកស្រាយបកប្រែរូបភាពឬអានអត្ថបទរួចបកប្រែរូបភាពឬអត្ថបទនោះទៅជាព័ត៌មាន digital ដែលកុំព្យូទ័រអាចយល់បានដោយសារមានជំនួយពីកម្មវិធីផ្សេងៗ Scanner ជាឧបករណ៍ input device ហើយវាមានកម្មវិធីជំនួយដូចជាសម្រាប់បើករូបភាពឬអានក៏បានហើយ scanner អាចជា flash PDF ក៏បាន scanner រូបភាពក៏បានហើយ scanner មានច្រើនប្រភេទដូចជា scanner និងជាប្រភេទ scanner ផងនិងជា printer ផងហើយនេះជាប្រភេទ scanner និង printer បែបសខ្មៅនិង color នៅពេលអ្នកទិញ printer គួរតែជ្រើសរើស printer ផង scanner ផងកុំទិញតែ printer ឬ scanner បែបនេះពេលខ្លះតម្រូវការយើងអាចប្រើ scanner ផង printer ផងហើយពេលខ្លះយើងអាចទិញ Mac ដែលមាន scanner ផង printer ផងហើយយើងទិញតែម្ដងហើយយើងស្រេចបើយើងទិញតែ printer និង scanner យើងអាចខាតថ្លៃចុះដល់ slide ទី2ខ្ញុំនិយាយពី printer ខ្ញុំនៃ printer គឺជាម៉ាស៊ីនសម្រាប់បោះពុម្ពវាជាឧបករណ៍សម្រាប់បញ្ចេញព័ត៌មានដែលអាចប្រើប្រាស់បានមើលឃើញនៅការងាររបស់ខ្លួនពេលបោះពុម្ពចេញមកក្រៅ printer មាន4ប្រភេទទី1មាន printer មាន inkjet printer ទី2 laser printer ទី3 thermal printer ទី4 impact printer ដូចជា inkjet printer គឺជា printer ដែលប្រើប្រាស់ទឹកថ្នាំពេល laser printer ប្រើប្រាស់ដោយម្សៅ thermal printer គឺគេប្រើកម្ដៅដុតឧទាហរណ៍នៅពេលយើងយក thermal ទុកនៅក្នុងកាបូបនោះនឹងឃើញថាសំឡេង impact printer វាគួរប្រើប្រាស់កម្ដៅ